Hey everybody, Lee from URC. I want to talk about our control processors in our total control line. Pretty broad, full encompassing line that is very scalable, and we can cover really any project from small all the way up to the biggest thing you can probably think of with our MRX30. We have our entry-level MRX5, small little guy, often used in single room, can do up to 4 rooms, says 4 IR ports, 1 RS-232, and is very cost effective. We'll talk a little bit more about this in our essentials packages, but this is a great place to start and can be used in your everyday projects. From there, we step up into an MRX12, which is $1,100, and every time we step up, we pick up about double the horsepower, so we can run more with our devices. It'll run faster and it can do more. We do also on our dealer portal have a calculator that we can put in what the system consists of, that you know you're within minimum spec. You tell it the number of rooms, number of interfaces, what modules you're running, etc., and we'll tell you what the bare minimum processor is. Doesn't mean you can't go larger. A lot of times a project, the budget will support something larger. And it's always good room to have more room to scale, have some headroom, but we'll at least tell you so you know where you need to be. We jump from the MRX12 up to an MRX15, which picks up a dual-core processor, again doubling our horsepower. We go from 6 IR ports and 2 RS-232 to 8 and 4. We pick up more sensor ports. Allows us to do things like a light sensor. We even give color filters so we know the difference in color between amber and red. So for that pesky cable box that goes to sleep, we know its status and we can actually keep it on and track it. Audio sensors, voltage sensors, current sensors, all the regular suspects that let you control and automate things. We pick up more ports on MRX15. This guy is kind of the hero of the line. We sell more of this product. It's most people's go-to at $1,700. And then the big flagship, the MRX30, which is a quad core, has 12 ports. It has more ports. You don't buy for ports, you buy for power. That guy at $2,800, even on the largest projects I've ever seen, they run at about 3% CPU. So we have a lot of horsepower to be able to run your project. And you'll note, typically we have more horsepower at a price point than a lot of our competition. It's really easy to look and see why. If you look at the back, there's a couple of things that are missing on our processors that you see on some of our competition. There's no HDMI jack. Now, if you think about it, not only is there hardware and implementation costs, there's also licensing. And why do we want an on-screen display from our control system? We have touch panels and remotes. That's where we want to control it from anyway. We also don't have audio outputs. There's no streaming built into these. We're not forcing you into our streaming and the number of streams we think you should have. We let you pick what streaming you have, and we'll talk more about the streamers and integrations, but we have all the popular streamers. We'll let you pick what makes sense for the project and however many you want. You can have 2, you can have 8, you can have 6. It doesn't matter. We'll let you pick and choose what you want. Those ports on there, again, hardware and implementation costs, yes, but there's also the licensing of those streaming services that is fairly substantial, and that adds up in the cost of the product. That means you're not buying the same kind of processing power at the same price point. That's a big part of why we feel there's so much value in our control processors. Again, very broad line from entry level and small all the way up to probably larger than you'll ever need, that we can cover pretty much any residential or light commercial project.